Hi, everybody. Today we want to talk about another application that's available to us. So I go to my email program and I click right here, and you can see here is my docs. Well, today I'm going to go ahead over to Sheets. And Sheets is kind of like Microsoft Excel. Okay, it's a spreadsheet. So here I am here, and I'm going to click on blank, and I want to talk to you a little bit about a spreadsheet. So a spreadsheet is a tool we use to keep track of the numeric data of a company. Okay? Some people call it a ledger. In the old days, they used to have books for a company. Well, today they have ledgers. They keep track of money in and money out and kind of like the balance. Teachers used to use spreadsheets for your grades. As a matter of fact, when you guys check your grades in your courses, that is based on a spreadsheet. Well, anyway, most people use Excel as their spreadsheet, and we're going to use Sheets, which is a form of the Google applications, and we can get it in the same place that we get Docs. Whatever I teach you here is pretty close to what you would have to do for Excel. Now, again, businesses use Excel and spreadsheets to keep track of the financial picture of a company. Teachers use spreadsheets to keep track of grades. Okay, spreadsheets are based on columns and rows. Each column is identified by a letter, and each row is identified by a number. And the intersection of a column and a row, okay, is called a cell. And a cell is referenced by the letter first and the row second. So this is cell D2. This is cell E4. Okay? Alrighty. Now, in Excel, you have 256 columns. So after column Z, you have AA, and then AB, and then AC, and AD, and so forth. And after AZ, you have BA, BB, BC, BZ, and then CA, CB, CC, and so forth. And as far as rows, you have 16,384 rows. Sheets won't have a spreadsheet that's that big, and we'll never have to worry about using something that big. But again, in Excel, you have columns and rows, columns identified by letters, rows identified by numbers. The intersection of a column and a row is a cell. This is D3. And in fact, in Excel, you would have 256 columns and you would have 16,384 rows. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make a simple spreadsheet. I'm going to go to A1 and type name. And then B1, I'm going to type quiz 1 and quiz 2 and quiz 3. Okay? And I'm going to put grade. And then down here, I'm going to put Adams, Baker, Cobb, Duncan. And these are all 5-point quizzes. So 5 and 3 and 4 and 2, those are the scores. And 4 and 5 and 5 and 2. Okay, Duncan's not doing so good. Okay, so now I want to show you a couple things. If I click on A1, right in this area here, it'll say name. Okay, if I click on B1, it'll say quiz 1. This is called the status area, and it always gives us the contents of a cell. Okay, Adams, 5, you can see that. Okay, just keep in mind this area is referred to as the status area or status bar. Okay, now what do I do with this spreadsheet? Okay, I want to figure out a grade. So I go to the cell E3 for Adams and I say equal. That says that I want to calculate, I want to make a formula. So I would like to add together that cell plus, and I'm going to click on that cell C3, and then I type a plus sign and click here. And I'm going to close my parentheses, and I want to divide by 15 because there's 15 total points. and Adam's average is 0.86. Now, I don't want to have to type that formula out for everybody, so I'm just going to take this right little tab here and pull it down, and that should copy the formula down for each of these guys. So now if I go and I click on here Adams, you see Adams, and you click here, you see a 5. But if you click here, you're not going to see 0.86. You're going to see the real value of that cell, which is a formula. So the status area here gives us the real value of a cell. Now, how did I copy that formula down? I went to it, and I just went and I copied it down. Just drag the bottom right little square there. Now, the real advantage of a spreadsheet is that you can instantly recalculate. Okay, what does that mean? Well, if I change Duncan's score here from a 2 to a 4, watch this instantly recalculate. Okay, now there's more to the story than that, so let me keep adding something. Let's suppose I want to figure out the average quiz score on quiz 1. So I put average quiz score, and I go to quiz 1 or column 1, and I say equal to parentheses this plus this plus this plus that, and I divide by the number of kids, 4, who took the quiz. Now I have the average quiz score for quiz 1. Now I want to copy that to the right. I don't feel like typing it out. Drag this over to the right. Okay, and now it copied that information over. Now, let's go back to Duncan, to this quiz here. And I am going to let him retake it, and he's going to get a perfect score of 4. When I hit the return key, this value will change, this value will change, and that value will change all at once. That's what I mean by instantly recalculating. So the real advantage of a spreadsheet is that it instantly recalculates. And the second value is you can ask what-if questions. So here is Duncan's score, 0.73, and he says, hey, if I retook quiz 3, what score would I need to get a B in the class? So I could say, oh, let me try it out. Let me ask a what-if question. What if you got a 4? That would give you a B. He says, what about a B plus, an 85? I type a 5. That'll give him a B plus. So I can ask what-if questions. The two main advantages of a spreadsheet are that you can ask what-if questions and you can instantly recalculate.